Yes, Jez, what's going on? So I want to run through like sort of two things that sort of that you need to know to get to that next level, sort of to really progress. Okay, and the first one is consistency. Okay, you perhaps just need to be a bit more consistent with your efforts, or you just need a bit more sort of time. Perhaps you haven't been doing it long enough, whatever. Okay, and that's all it is. Okay, just that consistency. Perhaps sort of like in terms of training, perhaps you're not consistent enough there. You perhaps like in and out, you're just doing it sort of once or twice a week here and there, instead of trying to maintain a consistency of 2 or 3 sessions a week every week. Okay, it might be doing that might be the first thing. Or you're doing stuff, but you've only doing it 4 weeks. Okay, like sort of be a bit more consistent again. Just do it for like 3-4 months. And sort of like a longer time frame, and then that will sort of develop and flourish. Okay, because again, I've been doing this sort of like 13-14 years consistently, okay, like week in, week out. So yeah, perhaps it's either like you perhaps need some time, like in total. So I think if you just started recently, like sort of in lockdown, whatever, and you just need a sort of a longer time frame, or it is just being consistent in terms of, yeah, like you're not consistent enough with your eating, you're good for a few days, then you always go off track towards the end of the week and the weekend. So it's more consistent there, consistent with your sleep schedule, consistent with your water, consistent with your training, all these different things. Just building that consistency, because if you're doing this sort of, okay, my diet is consistent sort of like through the weekend as well as the week, my training is consistently every week, my sleep routine is pretty consistent by the time I wake up, okay, it's pretty consistent, I don't drop in and out. So then you're just going to keep sort of progressing and getting that compound effect, and again the gains from it, rather than stopping and starting, okay. And the second one then is just a little more effort, okay. It's realizing the sort of perhaps what you're doing right now to go to that sort of that next level is getting a little more effort in something, okay. Perhaps it's just a little more sort of your actions or your habits, just a little bit sort of extra, okay. It's not necessarily a massive change and overhaul, no, it's just progressing it slightly, okay. So that might be perhaps again a workout, perhaps like if you're doing 3 workouts a week, perhaps you need to go to 4, or perhaps you're doing sort of 8,000 steps a day, now you need to go to like 10 or 12,000. Perhaps you were going to bed at like 11 p.m, now you need to reel it back to like 10:30, okay. Perhaps it's sort of with your nutrition, perhaps you need to drop your calories slightly. Perhaps you need to sort of drop your calories on the weekend slightly by about 500. Perhaps you need to eat a little bit more protein or whatever, okay? And it's just that sort of a little bit more effort, okay? Because it's the difference between sort of like using like boiling water, for example. Again, that's sort of like 100 degrees. It's sort of like you can use it to boil sort of like an egg. I think that's the philosophy, like the analogy, obviously, or like what heat, like I said, boil an egg, but then like 101 degrees, it's again steam, and it can power a locomotive, it can power a train. There's a big difference here, but just a little sort of step up in effort and actions, and again, it transforms the results, okay? So like I said, for you, it might just be going sort of for that extra workout, okay? Just that little bit of extra work, that 4th time a week. It might be sort of just dialing in your sort of nutrition a little bit more consistent on the weekend, okay? And just like continuing this sort of that path. It might just be sort of progressing, like again, your calories, dropping them slightly, progressing your sort of like your sleep times, progressing your water intake, going from 2 litres to 2.5 litres, having sort of like, I don't know, 5 servings of veg instead of 4, okay? Little things like that. It's just a little bit more effort, okay? And you start doing that again with the consistency, and then it starts taking you again, just moves up, because that's all it is, okay? It's just like moving up the levels. There's no sort of, I don't do anything necessarily different to you or like people in shape or athletes. It's a case of, again, it's just training, and like obviously comes under nutrition and recovery and your lifestyle. Again, it's the actions, the habits, okay? What it is, people in shape, again, they've just been doing it a lot longer. They've been doing it for years and decades, and they're consistent that day, like sort of pretty much every day. And again, it's just a little bit more, okay? Sort of, yeah, people might train 3 days a week, I perhaps train 4, okay? People eat sort of like 1 serving of veg, I eat 4 servings of veg. And again, it's just that little bit more effort, okay? And just increasing those actions. So you do those 2 things, like sort of perhaps where you are right now, a bit more consistent, and just perhaps elevate it slightly, okay? A bit more effort in sort of certain areas, whether it's across your training, nutrition, again, the rest of your lifestyle and recovery, your mindset, Little things like that. Again, you're going to start going up to that next level. And then when you get there, again, you're going to do the same thing again. How can I be more consistent? I'm not consistent enough perhaps with your water intake or with your meditation. It's something you're not consistent enough with, or you can be better at. And then it's, okay, how can I what can I get better at now? Or how can I make something, refine something even more? And that's it. That's how you get to that next level. And just keep progressing, keep breaking through those plateaus. Hope that helps, gents. Any other questions you got, like obviously comment below or just message me. Let's have a chat. Have a great day.